Today's a very exciting day at KROQ. Kings of Leon have not only made us look cool today, because they have been nice enough to play our Red Bull sound space in a few minutes, but friends I have not spoken to in 8 years have suddenly come out of the woodwork to try to get in here. I have not texted them back. And in the studio before the show, Caleb and Jared are here from Kings of Leon. Thank you for being here, guys.
Thanks for having us.
We will have you anytime you want to be here. I want to get right to the show with the Forum. I was not there. I was at home. I was being a hermit, but I was stalking the show via Twitter. And from your most longtime fans to newer fans, they're like, this is one of the best shows we've ever been at. What is your take on your show that you did at the Forum Friday night?
We had a lot of fun. We were like little kids before we played. I don't know. There was something in the air, and all of us were really nervous and giddy to be playing the Forum. And yeah, we went out there, and the crowd was feeding off of us, and we were feeding off of them, and ended up being a successful night for us.
Yeah, so fun.
And when you talk about having a few nerves, is it because there's a lot of people that you know that live in LA at this point? Was it the size of the venue? The Forum's been around for years. They just kind of refurbished it. Why do those feelings come up at this point?
I think it's kind of a mixture of all that. You know, obviously, LA, you want to put on a good show when you're here. But yeah, it's such a legendary venue, and on top of that, we do have quite a few friends that are here. So I don't know, I think it was just all of it added up to be one of those nights where we were all looking at each other like, we got to bring it.
It's very cool. So in 25 minutes, you're going to be in our Red Bull sound space. It's a very intimate venue. It's a real venue here at KROQ that we built. We talk about a show at the Forum. You've played Madison Square Garden, huge arenas, festivals all over the world. Now it's a 200-person intimate place. I'm just curious, and Jared, I'll go to you on this. What do you remember about your first few shows? And I don't know if there were 5 people there or 500, but the first shows you guys ever did.
Yeah, the first shows we did, you kind of just, they're not really your own shows. You're just looking for any kind of bill that you can get on. And the very first show was in Atlanta, and we opened up for the Skeeters and Billy Joe Shaver. We were the first of 3, and there was probably about 50 people there. So we thought, man, we're big time. And that was pretty amazing. And then the next night we played where we were the headliner with another couple of bands played before us at the Nick in Birmingham, Alabama. And there were about 13 people, including the staff, bar staff, bartenders, stuff like that.
Only one guy was actually watching us. There was one guy standing in front of us, and everyone else was kind of playing pool and drinking. And this guy, I mean, he was drunk and didn't know who we were, but he was having the greatest night of his life. It was like every song he was wanting to hear Freebird really bad for some reason.
And just he was that guy screaming it at you after having too many shots of something.
So it was a success, to say the least.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was one of those, I mean, back then, we only had one album. So our album was 39 minutes long, and when you add nerves to that's us playing for about 25 minutes.
Got it. You speed it up a little bit? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Double time.
Right. Wow. All right. So you're playing the sound space here in a few minutes. As I was wandering the hallways here, I noticed there is an NCAA bracket of someone Nacho, that was just sitting out.
Mm-hmm. Really?
So he's not only following on the internet, he had the whole thing printed out, his brackets. Are you guys in a competition with him, or is he doing that solo?
We have a whole thing with all the band and crew right now.
You do?
Yeah, we printed them all out, filled them out.
All right.
Everyone's getting just
I've still got a chance.
devastated.
I had Florida winning it all.
Jared has Florida. Caleb,
still
who do you have?
I had Syracuse.
Oh, God, I'm sorry about Syracuse. Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, so can I do this? I'm going to press this button right here, and it starts a song. Whoa, that's loud. It starts a song that is maybe 6 years old. Use Somebody. Can we just play 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the song, chat 2 more minutes, then let you go and get warmed up? Is that okay?
Sure.
All right, thank you very much. Caleb and Jared are here. It is Kings of Leon. I am in the normal KROQ studio, and the Red Bull sound space, about 25 yards from where I am, happens at 5 o'clock. And sorry about Syracuse. And go U of A and Florida. KROQ. Kings of Leon on KROQ. Caleb, is that horrendous for you, or is it lovely to hear your song in the studio at KROQ? We're 5 feet from each other.
It's been a while since I've heard it, so it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I actually heard another one of our songs in a restaurant today, and that was a little more strange because no one knew who I was, and they were blaring it. And I was thinking, man, it'd be really awkward to the guy that played it, if he knew that I was sitting there.
You don't have to say, but I hope it's like a Sizzler you were at.
No.
It's a Western sizzling.
Jared, one great memory or not great memory when you hear "You Somebody," the recording of the song, something that sticks out in your mind when you hear "You Somebody."
This might sound a little bit like pretentious, or I mean, I don't know, whatever. The biggest memory that stands out for me is winning Record of the Year at the Grammys. Like that's cool. Every time I hear that song now, that's all I think about is how amazing we are and the huge awards we win.
All right, and this is last thing before I let you go. 15 minutes, you guys, at KROQ.com, Kings of Leon, in our Red Bull sound space. There's so much excitement here. Fans have been lining up outside the radio station for the last 4 hours. I was hanging out with them earlier. So Disneyland, I just heard, or maybe I saw pics, or fans were asking at the same time. You were there recently within the last couple weeks. Did you go on any of the rides, Caleb?
Yeah, we did. We went on a handful of rides, but we had all of our children with us, so...
Was there any Space Mountain involved in?
No, we had to walk right past it. But I'd say the most fun of all the rides for me was the Toy Story little ride, because we're all very competitive, and so you have to shoot stuff, and me and my wife were doing pretty good. My daughter was kind of slacking, but...
I wasn't even there, and somehow I won.
You won, because you win at everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's the most athletic in the family?
Nacho.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's here because I saw his pics.
Yeah, that's Nacho. Right. He's our cousin. He's
guitar tech and everything, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's very well liked out there. Oh wait, wrong song. I just played that song. Let's play this one. Wait for me. Caleb and Jared, thank you so much for doing this. It's a whole setup. I know it's a whole deal, and you got to sit in here and talk to me, and you got to get warmed up. So we appreciate it very much, and we'll see you in 15 minutes in the Red Bull Sound Space.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Okay, you guys. Thank you very much. It's the world famous KROQ.